Jurgen Klopp has recently just announced he will be leaving Liverpool by the end of the season.
Have to. I will leave the club at the end of the season.
And there has been a few names who could take over from Klopp, names like Xabi Alonso, Roberto De Zerbi and Steven Gerrard. So in this video, I'll be putting the three managers in charge of Liverpool across 5 seasons to see who would be the most successful successor of Jurgen Klopp. So we will be beginning the challenge at the end of the 23/24 season, which is actually the season that we currently are in at the moment, and also Klopp's final season. So we'll see how Klopp does in his final season at Liverpool. So Liverpool finished second, 8 points behind Man City, which retained the Premier League for a 4th season in a row. Let's take a look at the other competitions. The Carabao Cup was won by Brighton. Liverpool didn't make the finals, but the FA Cup, they won that, beating West Ham 2-1 in the final. What about the Europa League? Okay, they didn't make the finals of the Europa League as well. Let's just take a look at where they got eliminated. Okay, they got eliminated in the round of 16 by PSG. Wow. So PSG actually fell off from the Champions League. So ahead of the first season for the new manager, we will be putting Xabi Alonso in charge of Liverpool and see what he achieves across the 5 seasons. In Xabi's first season at Liverpool, he made some major improvements, bringing in Berardi, Inacio, Samad, Zik, Batrina, Facundo Torres, and also saw the likes of Konate, Oscanlon, Conor Bradley. Also brought in a few more players like Marcus Leonardo, Trevor Chalobah, Dennis Sirkin, and sold Kevin Keller to Man United, which saw him finish second in the Premier League, a few points off winners Manchester City. In the FA Cup, he didn't make the finals of that. Let's see where he was eliminated. Okay, he was eliminated in the quarterfinals by Manchester City. So what about the League Cup? They also didn't make the finals of that as well. Wolves making 2 domestic cup finals is incredible. So where did Liverpool? Okay, they were eliminated also in the quarterfinals by Brighton this time around. So let's take a look at the Champions League. They didn't also make the finals of that as well. Let's see where they got eliminated. Did they get through the league phase? Okay, it seems they didn't get through the league phase since they were eliminated. Let me just quickly check the Europa League if they actually played the Europa League football during the second half of the season. I'm sorry, that's the Conference League. Why am I clicking Conference League? They didn't make the finals of that as well. I don't think they got to the Europa League. It seems they were eliminated straight away from the from the Champions League through the group phase. So a trophyless season for Xabi in his first season at Liverpool, brought in a lot of players and going trophyless. Let's see how he does in his following seasons. In Xabi's second season at Liverpool, he went on to spend 138 million, bringing the likes of Maximilian Beyer, Ezri Konsa, Ben Christen, Kido Taylor Arts. It seems he's a regen or something. I don't think I've heard of him. Okay, since he's not a regen, Elias Jallet from Copenhagen and Philip Stefanovic from City. What about departures? Okay, he made quite a lot of money as well, 99 million, selling Bajcetic, Tsimikas, Humphries, Van der Berg, and some other youngsters as well. So did that lead to trophies? Well, no. He lost the Premier League title once again to Manchester City, this time around with 5 points. So what about the FA Cup? No, they didn't win that. What about the Carabao Cup? Also not winning that. He also didn't win the Champions League. As well as you can see, it was won by City, and the Europa League, let's quickly show you, the Europa League was won by Lazio. So a trophyless season. Oh wait, it means the Community Shield, if I'm not wrong. They also lost that as well to City. Oh, they went to the Community Shield, sorry, my bad. So no trophy for Xabi Alonso in his second season at Liverpool. So let's take a look at how he does in his third season. In Xabi's third season, he went on to spend 151 million on players, bringing the likes of Lewis Hall from Newcastle, Milos Kerkesh from Bournemouth, Nicolas Sul, and also bringing back Joe Gomez from Chelsea. So what about sales? Okay, he sold the likes of Fabio Carvalho, Facundo Torres, Darwin Núñez, G-Trader, Stefanovic, and also releasing Domenico Berardi, which resulted in a Premier League win. Yes, that is Xabi's first season, our first trophy at Liverpool, winning the Premier League. Did he also win any other competitions? FA Cup? No, didn't make the finals of that. And what about the Carabao Cup? Also no, he didn't make the finals of that as well. What about the Champions League? It's a final between City and Leipzig. Let's just take a look at if he actually got through the group the league phase this time around. Okay, he actually topped the league phase, winning 6 out of 8 games. So where did he get knocked out from? Sorry. Okay, didn't make the semi-finals. Okay, he was eliminated by Lyon, wow, in the quarter-final. So the first Premier League trophy for Xabi at Liverpool. No other trophy yet, just that one trophy. So let's see how he does in season 4. Xabi's fourth season, he went on to sign Kasper Tobias. Is he a regen? Okay, he's not a regen. Okay, he also signed Benjamin Pavard, Tommy Seltford from Ajax, Pablo Torre, Pedro Neto, and Callum O'Hare. So what about transfers out? He sold Chalobah, Owen Beck, Inacio, and Ezri Konsa, which resulted in a second place finish on 2 points behind Manchester City. So what about the Carabao Cup? He lost that to Chelsea on penalties, and the FA Cup also lost that to Arsenal. So he could have just won a domestic treble this season, but he lost all 3 domestic competitions. So what about the Champions League? They didn't make the finals of that. They were eliminated in let me just quickly they were eliminated by Juventus in the quarter finals. So another trophyless season for Xabi. Now let's just see how he does in his final season. In Xabi's final season, he went on to sign the likes of Ademola Lookman, Jeremy Frimpong, and James Trafford, all costing him £93 million. What about transfers out? He sold the likes of Elias Jellet, Dennis Sirkin, and Grant Hayes, while releasing the likes of McAllister and Ben Christen. So, which resulted in another Premier League title. Yes, he ends his tenure at Liverpool with yet another Premier League title. Funny enough, that's just his second trophy in 5 years. Let's see if he won any other trophies. FA Cup, he did not make the final of that. What about the Carabao Cup? Was won by Manchester City. So once again, not winning any of those cups. What about? I actually forgot he won the Community Shield last season. Yes, I can see in 2027 he actually won the Community Shield, but I forgot to check that, so we count that as a 3rd trophy. And now for the big one, the Champions League. They didn't make the finals of that. Let's just quickly check where they were eliminated. They were eliminated in the quarterfinals by Atletico Madrid. So in 5 seasons, Xabi went on to win 3 trophies, 2 Premier League and 1 Community Shield. So let's move on to the next manager. The next manager is Roberto De Zerbi. So let's take a look at how he does in his first season at Liverpool. Since he made a lot of transfers, but let's just break it down. He spent a whooping £235 million in his first season at Liverpool. So hopefully he wins trophies to back up the amount spent. He brought the likes of Samadzic, Alex Baena, Andres Schledrop, Emerson Royal, Edmond Tapsoba, and Facundo Torres, while selling the likes of Joe Gomez, Anderson, Arroyo, Billy and James, and while releasing a lot of other players. So those signings resulted in a Premier League win. Yes, in De Zerbi's first season at Liverpool, he's won the Premier League with them. It actually took Xabi about 3 seasons, if I'm not wrong, to win his first league title. So let's see what other trophies De Zerbi won. FA Cup was won by Newcastle. Carabao Cup was won by City. Now what about the Champions League? Olympique Marseille actually made it to the finals against Real Madrid. Didn't make the semi-finals. let's just quickly check if he actually got through the league phase. Okay, he got through the league phase, but since he was knocked out in the playoff rounds, I'm not sure, but that's definitely the logical explanation. And wow, Olympic Marseille actually did brilliantly, also finishing first in the Champions League phase. So let's see how De Zerbi does in the second season. In De Zerbi's second season in charge of Liverpool, he went on to spend a further £170 million, signing the likes of Kulusevski, Jadon Anthony, William Clem, Upamecano and Ryan Sessegnon, and selling the likes of Diogo Jota, Ibrahima Konate, and releasing a lot of players as well, which resulted in a third place finish, a lot of points behind winners Manchester City. So not a good title defense from him. Let's see if he won any other competitions. In the FA Cup was won by Spurs, so Spurs actually won their first trophy in a very long time. What about the Carabao Cup? It was also won by Spurs, beating Arsenal in 2 finals. So what a season for Spurs as well. So what about the Champions League? They didn't make the finals of that. Let's see where they ended up. They didn't make the semi-finals. Let me just quickly check if they made it out of the group stages. I mean the league phase, sorry. Okay, they made it out of the league phase, finishing second. So where did they get eliminated? It seems they got eliminated by Ajax in the round of 16. Wow, so a pretty bad season for De Zerbi. Wait, it means the Community Shield. Let's see who won that. Okay, he actually won the Community Shield too. Just one trophy for De Zerbi this season. So let's see how he does in season 3. In De Zerbi's third season, he went on to spend 106 million, bringing the likes of Callum McKenna, Patrick Dogu, Reece Tinkler, Facundo Cruz, let me just try to pronounce that name, and Gabriel Biancheri, and sold the likes of Darwin Núñez, Jude Rider, Andrew Robertson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Kimpembe, Reece Williams, and Van der Berg, which resulted in a fourth place finish. In the Premier League, this time around finishing almost more than 10 points behind winners Manchester City. What about the FA Cup? It did not make the finals of that. The finals between Manchester United and Spurs. The Carabao Cup was won by Spurs yet again. So Spurs racking up the trophies in this alternate universe, or should I say in the future times. So what about the Champions League? Once again, not another final for Roberto De Zerbi. Xabi Alonso didn't also make the final, if I'm not wrong. So none of the managers have reached a Champions League final yet. So let's see how De Zerbi does in his fourth season. In De Zerbi's fourth season in charge, he went on to spend a further £152 million, bringing the likes of Bastoni, Patino, Deichi Kamada, Nathan Collins, and Nico Williams, whilst selling the likes of Stefan Bajcetic, Callum Scallon, Owen Beck, Emerson Royal, Ryan Sessegnon, Ben Doak, Matt Arnold, and Gerald Kwanzaa, and also releasing Alexis McAllister, which resulted in a fourth place finish. He went one spot below from last season, and this time I'm finishing on just 68 points. So what about the other competitions? FA Cup, okay, he won the FA Cup, beating United 3-1. Carabao Cup was won by Arsenal. He lost that 3-0. And what about the Champions League? In the Champions League, he didn't make the finals. Benfica did. Where did they get eliminated from? Okay, they didn't make the quarterfinals. What about the round of 16? They didn't get through the round of 16 as well. Did they make it through the okay, let's take a look at the playoff rounds, if that was where they got eliminated. Okay, he got eliminated from the playoff rounds by AC Milan, so he didn't even get through the Champions League or round of 16. So another poor season for De Zerbi and Liverpool, but on the contrary, he has won his third trophy in charge. So let's see how he does in his fifth and final season in charge. In De Zerbi's fifth and final season in charge of Liverpool, he went on to spend just 75 million. I think this is definitely his lowest amount he spent throughout his tenure at Liverpool. Went on to sign the likes of Estavio, Rooney Edwards, and Igor Zubelda, while selling the likes of Upamecano, Anthony, Carter Pennington, and Facundo Torres, which saw him lift the Premier League title for his second time. Yeah, his second Premier League trophy in 5 seasons, beating Man City by 5 points. So what about the FA Cup, who was also won by Liverpool? So this is turning out to be the most productive season for De Zerbi. What about the Carabao Cup? That was won by United. And now for the big one, the Champions League. And yes, in De Zerbi's final season, he went on to complete the treble, winning the Premier League, FA Cup, and now the Champions League. So De Zerbi ends his tenure at Liverpool in style. Funny enough, he actually won the treble by just spending 75 million on transfers, and couldn't do it when he spent over 100 million on multiple seasons. So let's move on to the next manager. The last manager is of course Steven Gerrard. So let's see how he did in his first season back at Anfield as a manager. So he went on to bring the likes of Milos Kerkesh, Ethan Ampadu, Chris Brady, Hayden Rodney, Solimach, and Matthew Young. Okay, he also brought in Kido Taylor Hart, while selling the likes of Joe Gomez to City, Diogo Jota, Anderson Arroyo, James Bagauzi, don't let me just try to pronounce that name, and also sending a few youngsters out on loan, which resulted in a second place finish, just a few points behind City. I would say he actually tried. So what about FA Cup? FA Cup, Okay, final between Nottingham Forest and Brentford. Wow. The Carabao Cup was won by Brentford, so Brentford could actually complete a domestic double. So now for the Champions League, let's see if we got through. Okay, the final is between Lyon and Porto. Wow, what a Champions League final. The league phase. Okay, where did they finish in the league phase? Wait, Liverpool failed to qualify from the league phase. Wow, and they finished 33rd out of 36 teams. They finished 33rd, winning just one game and losing 5. So a pretty bad season for Gerrard in his first season at Liverpool. So let's see how it does in his second season. In Gerrard's second season in charge of Liverpool, went on to spend £101 million, bringing the likes of João Galto, Lisandro Martinez, James Trafford and Brian Gill, while selling the likes of Cade Gordon, Owen Beck and Dominic Corners, which resulted in a third place finish, leveled on points with Arsenal, but quite a big, or should I say huge, margin between them and Manchester City. So let's see the other competitions. FA Cup was won by City. Carabao Cup was won by Leeds. Wow, Leeds beating City in the finals. What about the big one, the Champions League? Okay, the final is between City and Fenerbahce. So let's just quickly check if they actually got through the league phase this season. As you remember, they couldn't get through the league phase last season. So let's see if they got through the league phase, but it's seeming they didn't. Oh my god, they actually finished 35th. Let me quickly show you guys that. Okay, let me quickly show you guys. They finished 35th, just a point from finishing bottom. I don't think Gerrard will actually be keeping his job by next season, but let's just see how he does in his third season in charge. Gerrard's third season in charge of Liverpool went on to sign the likes of Carlos Soler, Timo Werner, Nicolas Eide, Amir Rahmani, Pierre Kalulu and Diego Rossi. Okay, also signed Kylian Phillips, while selling the likes of Rhys Williams, James Trafford, Ben Doak, Tyler Morton, Trent Kondoati, Brian Hill, Gerard Kwanzaa, and releasing Wataru Endo, which resulted in a 6th place finish. So another very bad season for Gerrard in charge of Liverpool, finishing 6th this season. FA Cup was won by City. Carabao Cup was won by City, but they actually made it to the finals. And now for the Champions League. Okay, it's a final between City and Newcastle. Let's just quickly check where they ended up. They didn't make it to the semi-finals, quarter-finals. They didn't make it as well. Okay, they were eliminated in the round of 16 by Newcastle. So what a very, very poor season for Gerrard in his third season in charge. So let's see if he will manage to keep his job for the fourth season. Well, there won't be a fourth season for Steven Gerrard, as he has just been sacked by Liverpool after 3 poor seasons in charge. So we have come to the end of this video. I want you to please drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and also comment who you feel would be the best successor of Jurgen Klopp. So I'll catch you in the next video. Peace. Just the amount of trophies won by each manager. Alonso won 3 trophies in 5 seasons. De Zerbi won 6 trophies in 5 seasons, while Gerrard won 0 trophies in 3 seasons. So according to this video, De Zerbi is the best successor for Jurgen Klopp. Don't forget to comment who you feel will be the best successor for Jurgen Klopp.